Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see on my eyes, I have a nice, just fresh blue pool ocean vibe going on. When I got this Morphe 35H palette, I was so inspired by these blue shades in here that I knew I just had to create something super fun with them. So that's what I did today. I kind of did a little bit of a cut crease moment. So if you guys want to see or see how I did that, just keep watching. So we're gonna start with this palette. I love the blues in this palette. When I first opened it, that's what like really caught my eye at first. It's the 35H palette from Morphe. So I'm gonna do like an ombre. You can see I already kind of started it. All I did was take this light shimmery blue, put that in my crease, but I'm gonna ombre it down so my lid is actually darker, so it's a nice like smoky blue eye, just kind of like really summery, fresh, like I don't know, this is kind of what it reminds me of, so that's what I want to do. But I'm gonna go in next after I did that shimmery blue in my crease just to get my crease going. I took this like kind of seafoam bluish greenish color and I'm gonna pop that right on my crease line with the same brush that I use for my crease, but really just focus it in right where your lid and brow bone like meet right there. I'm gonna do it on the same side. And obviously like I already have like a full face of everything else on. I just really wanted to do a little video on this eye look. Okay, after that's blended. And I'm gonna keep it more compact, like right on my lid too. I'm not gonna like drag it out too much or anything like that. I feel like when you wear like brighter colors, you kind of have to tame it a little bit. That's also why I did a nude lip, just so it's not so crazy. But all right, so after that, I'm probably gonna go in this blue right here is like catching my eye down here, this like denim blue. I'm gonna bring that on like right in through here. And then I'm gonna take a pop of a light color. I'm gonna do a little cut crease on the inner corner of something lighter so it really pops. But I'm gonna just take just like another natural hair brush like this. I'm gonna go in with that color. It's pretty deep, so just on my outer. And I'm just using really like fine, soft touch to blend this in. And these colors are just layering over the top of each other. You can see that. She's really pretty. Just gonna bring it in a little bit more. And I see there's a little bit of fallout. Usually if I was doing like a more darker shade or dramatic eye like this, I would do my foundation and stuff first. But if you honestly make sure you're always just tapping off the excess, you shouldn't have too much fall down. And if a little bit does fall, just take a clean fluffy brush right away and wipe it away as fast or immediately, and it shouldn't like bother anything. But I just went in with that darker blue. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a cut crease with this. What I like to do is I've got a really thin concealer brush just like this. It's nice and small, so it's really easy to control. And then I'm using my lightest shade concealer that I have. I would never put this on my skin normally, but I use a lighter shade concealer because if you were to take, you know, something that like a warm beige or something like that, like what I would normally put on underneath my eyes to conceal. It's gonna have that yellowy, orangey kind of undertone, so when you put the shadow on top, you're gonna see like, it's not gonna be the true shadow color. So I like to make sure I'm using just like a really light white kind of concealer to go in. I'm just following my natural lid. I'm not extending it or anything like that. Okay. And I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side with a little more concealer. In between, when you're like tapping it on and putting the concealer like in place, you're gonna notice some of the shadow is gonna get on the brush. So you wanna make sure you're wiping away, like I do it like down here a little bit, wiping away the dirty concealer, so you're putting fresh, like a fresh clean on there. And I really coat the brush to make it easier. Okay, and when I look and just see that they look pretty even and pretty much what I want them to look like, then you'll just stop and put the shadow over top. Usually one eye is better than the other. It's a little tricky. Okay. So I'm just gonna set that brush to the side. And I think the blending color that I'm gonna use more towards the outer corner is gonna be this one right here. No, I don't want to go in too far with that because I really want that inner corner to like pop. But just blending that together. Lays pretty nice over that concealer, really pretty. The point of a cut crease really is just to get that defined line, just to make other colors pop and stuff. You could do a double cut crease, like I could fill in that whole entire concealer right there, and then I could do another line of concealer underneath and get like just another line, another cut crease line. I don't think I'm really that talented yet, but I do think it's something I want to practice because I love how it looks. But I'm just going back in with that kind of sea foamy green that I put right up in my top crease, and I'm just gonna go back in with that and just add a little bit more because I love that color, and I want to make sure it's not like too hidden. Okay, now I'm just gonna use my finger. I almost kind of want to go with a gold. I think that would look so cool, but I think I'm gonna stick with the blue, so I'm just gonna go in with this one right here, this lighter blue, and I'm just using my finger. Oh yeah, this is like mermaidy. That looks really cool. And I'll do the same thing over here. These shadows are super pigmented, so it makes my job really easy. I don't have to like layer way too much. Yeah, it's kind of like an iridescent, like soft blue. That's awesome. I love that color. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take that seafoamy green kind of and just blend that down into the inner. Make sure everything's nice and blended, so you can see like the different colors. Now I'm also going to take that darker blue that we used on the bottom right here. I'm gonna take that again, just tap the excess and then just line my underneath. I really kind of just wanted it like smoked out, big and smoked out. So if you wanted to like have it a little less than that, you can always take a thinner, this is kind of like an angled brush, and you can do that. I just kind of wanted it a little bit thicker. But I'm gonna line my waterline with, this is one of my favorite. It's the Maybelline Masterpiece Skinny, and I use this strictly on my waterline. I don't put it on my top. It's just like a black eyeliner. And just put on my waterline. I feel that kind of like brings the eye together a little bit more. Everyone's eye shape's different. If you have smaller eyes and you want them to look bigger, I definitely recommend not taking your eyeliner all the way in to the other side because it makes them look smaller. If you were just to take about 3/4 of the way and just really like try to bring your eye out, you'll notice a huge difference. And then I'm just gonna take my favorite eyeliner. I'm gonna put lashes and a thick liner on the top. The Morphe felt tip liner in black. Wow, this eye's like pretty bright. All right, so I'm just gonna do my liquid. I'm not gonna bring it all the way in because I want my eyes to look a little bit bigger too. So about halfway I did it. Now I'm gonna have to add more over there. You know how it goes. There's always one eye that comes out better than the other one. Always, I swear. Okay. I do also sometimes, I'll use 2 eyeliners. This is the NYX matte liquid eyeliner. Has a really thin applicator, and if I need to get into my inner corners like really precise, I'll use that. Helps a lot. Okay, so before I put on lashes, I always do a layer of black mascara. So now I already have pre-cut lashes that I've already worn. So I'm just gonna put a little glue on them. And I'm just using, you know, the Ardell lash glue. Put just enough on the line. Just gonna let it dry up a little bit. Make sure it's like nice and tacky before I put the lash onto my eye. I've been kind of having trouble putting lashes on lately, I feel like. I'm just like in a funk. I can't do it. So we'll see how this goes. I really like let them dry like tacky like. I feel like a mermaid with this eye makeup. I could have added some purples. All right. So I'm just gonna take this tool, put it about halfway on the lash. Okay. Make sure the inner corner's down. And then just kind of pull out the outer corner. If you see a little bit of the white glue, that does dry clear, so. I like to just kind of press into them for like a minute or so after. Make sure they're secure and not moving, especially the inner and outer corner. These are just, what lashes are these? These are just Ardell lashes. They're the double ones, so they're a little bit more voluminous, but I don't think they're too much. You can just see such a difference though when you put on lashes. Just really completes a look. All right, so I'm gonna go on with the next one. You can reuse your lashes a couple times. I think I've worn these like 3 times or so. I might be able to get like 2 more wears out of them. As long as you're just like picking and cleaning off that extra junk that was on them from last time. You know, if there was like eyeshadow or mascara or just leftover glue, you can peel that off. Because lashes are definitely expensive. They're not cheap, especially the good ones. All right, so same thing. Well, actually, I'm gonna let it dry a little bit more. Can't be too careful or too cautious. So I set it down exactly where I want it to be, basically. Make sure that inner corner is nice and stuck right where I want it to be. And then I'm just gonna take this outer corner and just really anchor it on the outside. That's why it's important to make sure your glue is like tacky. Because if it's not tacky, it's gonna slip and slide everywhere, and you want to really get that inner corner on there set. I have eyeshadow on my chin. That's awesome. Take a little beauty blender. Oh. Looks like I'm bruised. I used my Peach Perfect, the Too Faced foundation today, and it smells so good. I haven't used this since like winter time. It's been a long time, but I brought it out because I don't know, sometimes in the summer my skin will get a little bit more oily or something like that, and that one's pretty good for more oily skin. I like it, and it just smells so good. But yeah, that's basically it for the eyes. eyes. Sometimes I'll take a little more mascara and just kind of like connect them together. Just to give it a little more, also like security too. A little bit more on the bottom. Perfect. All right, so that was basically it. All I would do after that is do a little setting spray just to hold everything in place, and you're done. But thank you for watching. If you guys like this video, definitely just give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks.